Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So I wanted to bring you what I feel is just one of the best decks in general against the meta. It plays a lot of cards that are just really, really good. Like I said, against the current meta. You'll see those when we get to them. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Check out my Patreon. That's a great way to help the channel out. And I post every Wednesday on Patreon, so I'll have new videos weekly on there as well. So yeah, let's get going with this. The obvious, best Salamangreat monster, Gazelle. This is an amazing card. Basically, your goal with playing certain cards, like Lady Debug and Sign It Mining, is to get to this card. Because if a Salamangreat monster is sent to the grave, you'll be able to special summon this and then send any Salamangreat card from your deck to the graveyard. So that just gets everything going for you. Then I have just 2 Foxy. It is actually a really good normal summon. If you don't open Lady Debug, that's the next best one, because you normal summon it, activate the top 3, add an activated Salamangreat card to your hand. And you can also target a face-up spell and trap, discard a Salamangreat card, special summon this card from the grave, and then destroy that spell and trap that you targeted. So he's had a couple really good effects. Spinny is one of your really good Salamangreat, almost free summons. You can basically, if you control a Salamangreat card, you can discard it, him to the graveyard, target a face-up monster on the field, it gains 500, and then if you control a Salamangreat monster other than Spinny, you can just special summon this from your grave for free. So just a free extender basically. And then one of our best level 4s is Jack Jaguar. That's why I like to play it at 2. It's probably the easiest one to get out, I guess you could say. If you control a Salamangreat Link monster while this card is in your graveyard, you just target a Salamangreat in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and then special summon this card to a zone Link monster points to. So very easy to get him out. And then just the one Falco, another fairly easy one to get out. And Foul, you just need to have this in hand and you'll be able to special summon him. And then as I've mentioned, pretty much the best normal summon is going to be Lady Debug. Normal summon it and add any level 3 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. Simple as that. And it's also a level 4, so it'll help you go into some Xyz plays if you want to, or it'll even let you go into Balinks because it's a level 4 or lower Cyberse. And we also play the best extender, Parallel Exceed. You always want to see this card because it just gets you more. At the very least, you just get another Cyberse monster on the field, but usually when you summon him out, it means you're getting a rank 4, or just more links on board. Just a really, really good card. Always helps you out. And then hand traps. Playing 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Skullmeister. I think they're just really good against the meta. If you have it, Ash Blossom, but I'm kind of leaning a little more towards budget with this version. And Ash Blossoms just never seem to be going down. They just are going up. And then another one is 2 Artifact Lancia. So specifically, Lancia and Skullmeister are just really, really good right now. Good against rockets, really in any of the meta decks. So yeah, that's kind of my lineup there. And I'm also playing 2 more artifacts. We're playing Artifact Scythe and Moral Tack. So obviously this is a Salamangreat artifact deck. I feel that's one of the most powerful ways of playing this deck right now, especially having easy access to Lancia, but then you also just shut out their extra deck with Scythe, pop a card, so you kind of cover all your bases with the artifact engine, and I just really like it. So that is the monsters we're playing. For the spells, of course, playing 2 Will. Sometimes this is just the card that gets you there, especially if everything seems to be getting negated. This just allows you to special summon a Salamangreat from your hand or graveyard, so that's really nice to have. The 1 Sanctuary, it's basically your key card. If you don't have this, you're just not going to have a very menacing board. We only play one though, because you just search it with bay links, so you only need one. And then the one Salamangreat circle, we'd play 3 if we could, but it's limited, so it just searches any Salamangreat monster from your deck to your hand, and it's a quick play, so it's one, if you don't need to activate it, you can always set it when your opponent tries to target it to destroy it, something like that. You can activate it and just search for free. And then we of course play the 3 Signet Mining. Again, we want to get to, you can get to your Lady Debugs, or more specifically get into your Gazelle. It's kind of the reason we played at 3. You just search any of your cards, basically your level 4 or lower Cybers. You play the 1 Pot of Avarice. You load up the graveyard pretty quickly, so this is a good card. Called by the Grave, you do a lot of searching, adding, sending to the graveyard. So Called by the Grave will help you against some of the hand traps like Ash Blossom, stuff like that. Monster Reborn, just get a free monster back to the field. That's it for the spells. For the traps, I still like to play 2 Roar and 2 Rage. You ideally want to open 1 of each, so playing 2 of each of them means that you have a high chance of seeing at least one of them, and then you can hopefully search the other one or something like that. Or heck, if you open 1 of each of them, you're set usually. Just make a link, pass turn, see what your opponent does, but usually you'll at least open 1 of these, which is nice. And then obviously we're playing the 3 Sanctum for our artifact engine, because it's really, really good. Even if this just gets destroyed, you're going to be able to target a card on the field and destroy it as well. And then, obviously, best case scenario, you're going to be able to summon out, a Lancia or a Scythe off a Sanctum. So, awesome card. And we're playing definitely a 40 card main deck. We have too many key cards we want to see. And then for the extra deck, playing, of course, the 3 Bay Links. It's your easiest one to go into. It's a link 1. It's really nice. Protection when it's in the grave. And then we play the 3 Sunlight Wolf. Basically the key to the deck. It's just, getting you a Salamangreat spell and trap from your graveyard to your hand. You adding a fire monster from your graveyard to your hand. It's really, really good. 2 Heat Leo. This is your way of getting rid of some back row that your opponent has. It shuffles them into the deck. And then you could also usually use it to lower the attack of a monster your opponent controls. But, pretty good card. Then we also play a Splash Mage. Easy to go into, just requires 2 Cybers, and allows you to special summon any Cybers monster in your graveyard. Really good, just for getting into certain link summons. Update Jammer and Transcode Talker. It's one of our best ways of OTKing, one of the easiest ways, so it's a nice little package there. And then also just for going second, because this deck sometimes can't do much, Phoenix and Nightmare, just to get rid of certain cards that might just be, hurting you. And then we play the 2 best link 4s that this deck can play very easily. Abyss Dweller and Baguska. Opening up, making a Sunlight Wolf, and then being able to go into either one of these, have some back row set, you're sitting pretty good. So that's what I went with this version, guys. It's, again, the Artifact Salamangreat deck, and it is, I think, really good. Does a lot of stuff, like I said, that just counters the meta, and it is really consistent deck, one of the most consistent decks of all time, I feel like. But yeah, try it out, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you on the next one.